jumping and the joint began to swing. You should have heard this knocked out jailbird sing that.
There is a feeling deep down inside of us. We love this man.
Betty Buddy can't explain it, but she admits she is crazy about Elvis.
It's a strange phenomenon, but I'm not the only one.
I'm all shook up.
So is Julia Recchio.
Just thinking of Elvis and having something that reminds me of him.
And Betty Manning.
He's the best thing that ever happened on this earth.
Well, since my baby left me.
We'd like to play more music, but it's time to hit the road. They're leaving Denver,
We love to go to Memphis.
headed for the promised land,
So I've been down there 15, 16 times.
on a journey fit for the king.
Yes.
Elvis, 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 Elvis. Is that
Elvis.
Elvis? Elvis on the bookshelves.
Mm-hmm.
Elvis on the
CDs,
tape stand. Let me
audios,
guess what the
videos.
CDs are. Elvis is standing on the floor,
Mm-hmm.
and Elvis on the ceiling.
Yes.
I mean, is it too much? Do you have too much?
I don't think you'd never have too much Elvis.
When he was alive, Elvis Presley inspired the kind of devotion that turned fans into fanatics.
He's our main man.
Elvis is long gone. Those fanatics of the 50s and 60s are now in their 50s and 60s
Why did you go to Memphis? We'd hug everybody.
and still carrying the torch.
One night with you.
In their hearts and in their memories.
I need to go to my safe deposit box, please.
Okay.
My diary from the 50s and my beautiful autographed pictures. So I'm really proud to have these. And I'm glad I always saved my diary, and I'm glad I kept a diary when I was a teenager.
Love me tender.
May 3rd, 1957. Patsy Case took Sharon and me to the Pueblo Drive-In. We saw Elvis Presley's Love Me Tender again. I cried when Elvis got killed. That was 14 years old.
We're only going by this way once. This is not a dress rehearsal.
I have 12 grandchildren and 3 great-grandchildren, 4 kids. And I mean, I go to their ball games. The minute I get away with them, I'm doing Elvis.
And they don't just do Elvis,
I'm going to glue mine down good.
they make Elvis,
We have 2 different kinds of cologne.
wear Elvis.
We're going to wear this shirt to Good Rockin' Tonight.
Nostalgia.
They live Elvis.
There's kind of a thing the fans say that if you don't feel it, there isn't any way that we can tell you what we're feeling. I can't explain it. Come in.
She's Dee Shackley. She rounds out the fanatic foursome.
There's a lot of people that say that if you've ever seen Elvis in concert in person, he was never the same, and that's true.
We were at my husband's aunt's, and she said, you ought to see this guy on Ed Sullivan.
Really, was it sort of love at first sight?
That's right. Love at first sight.
Betty Buddy and her friends are ready to go to Memphis.
Memphis, here we come.
There you go.
We'll catch up with them later in our 48 hours.
Bye-bye. Bye. We're heading for the promised land.
Rock and roll.
Betty Buddy and her gang of 4 have barely arrived in Memphis.
Yay!
But already they're playing their song.
Elvis felt that way, too. Memphis was home.
A lot of people do compare the way you feel about this guy to a religion.
We know the difference,
there's
of course.
a higher being, but Elvis is a close second.
That's right.
Crying over you.
Which is why they stop first at the gates of heaven on earth,
They make me cry.
the gates of Graceland.
That was a beautiful thing about him. He loved his fans.
He would stand there and sign till the last person autographs. There'll never be another Elvis. They broke the mold.
You ever go, darling, I'll be oh so lonely.
The handwriting is on the wall.
Here's mine from January.
This will be a visit filled with everything but sleep.
I like that one.
Here's mine. I want to buy this.
There are things to buy,
Just like if it's out there, I have to have it.
places to go,
This is Elvis's TV ring.
You're right, you'll see it's Elvis's costume.
and people to see.
Nice to meet you, babe.
Well, here are the results.
But when it's time for ceremonies to announce which Elvis will grace the new postage stamp,
It is the young Elvis.
our fans are in what can only be described as first-class form.
She rode upon it.
So what does this mean to you? What do you think of the choice?
What did you think?
What do you think?
Yes,
You've done quite a media tour this morning.
Yes, we have. They always do. They're always here.
Ladies, thanks so much for talking to us on WKLR.
WHBQ Radio in Memphis, the very first station in the world to play an Elvis Presley song. And here's the king.
George Klein. Elvis was his best man, and today Klein is still spinning the records, searching for explanations.
You're on the George Klein Elvis Hour. What do you make of all these people? After 15 years that they're still worshiping this guy?
Elvis is their fishing hole. Elvis is their travel vacation spot. Elvis is their world.
Think there'll come a time when people will stop coming here?
Who only knows? I predicted after 5 years Elvis would hit a peak and then level off. But then I was wrong. I don't know when it's going to stop. I hope it never does.
There's no stopping Betty, Buddy, and company. Off to Beale Street, the Memphis music strip where a young Elvis Presley rocked the cradle of blues. The place where he is forever on a pedestal.
Are you lonesome tonight?
There's a lot of people in the Elvis world that are together, going places and doing things that otherwise wouldn't be doing anything. He's made a lot of us one.
The fallen king, revered with an almost religious devotion.
There was a lot of fun times out here.
Everywhere he went, even his ranch, is almost holy ground.
He'd get his whole family partying, having a big chuck wagon barbecue, and everybody was just having a big ball out here.
You were here basically worshiping,
Yes.
in a way, a man who you admit was a womanizer, who probably used drugs.
I think toward the end of Elvis's life, though, there was a lot of pain in his life. He was sick. He missed his mother.
He was a human
He was a human being with human frailties. I don't understand why I forgive him for all these things, but I do.
We do.
Wise men say only fools rush in.
But I can't help falling in love with you.
He's very important in our lives. I think he's sacred to us. We pay homage to him. I guess that would be the right word. We love him very much.
Falling in love with you.
Elvis was by far and away the most successful recording artist of all time. In a recent poll, 44% of Americans said that they were still Elvis fans. Incidentally, 8% said they didn't believe that Elvis was dead.